What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be ranking all the areas, including the areas inside of Bowser and outside of Bowser and Mario and Luigi's Inside Story. And this is another remake that is from a video that didn't even have a thumbnail. That's how old it was. Actually, yeah, it's pretty old. Because my first two videos I decided to put thumbnails on because they actually did pretty well. But alright, let's just get into it. Trash Pit has got to be one of the worst starting areas in Mario and Luigi games franchise. I don't really even know. But there's just nothing to do in this area. And it's honestly kind of crazy that you really don't need to come back here. But you don't really need to go back to any of the Bowser's areas because they're really just one-time things, and I'm pretty sure all of them you need to have something to activate it, which is really dumb. So yeah, I think that's really dumb and I don't really like that. So it's a boring area. Let's just move on to the next area. Cavey Cave isn't anything special, and it's not really even good, in my opinion. I think it's pretty, it's a pretty good starting area for this game, for Bowser at least, because you get some Goombas, and you get some other enemies, and you get some places you can come back to when you actually unlock different abilities, which I guess is cool, but there's not really much else in that sense. But yeah, there's some things you can come back to and get good things to, or better equips to help in the later things. So yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, let's just move on to the next one. This place has the best music for it only being in the game for around 30 seconds. You can be here for 30 seconds or up to 5 minutes. There's not much to do in this area, and for having some of the best music in the game, there's now of course there's great music in other places of the game, but this has just got to be one of the best soundtrack pieces in the game. And it's just crazy how you only spend 5 minutes in this area, and there's no reason to come back in this area. Mario and Luigi, you can get a couple of beans here, but there's nothing to come back here. It's just basically a little gateway, and I guess a slide fist tutorial, and then you go to Bowser's Castle. There's nothing much here, so let's move on to the next one. Pumpworks isn't as bad as the other water parts in other games in the Mario and Luigi series. There's some really bad ones, I feel in some of the other games. And this one is actually pretty good. It's the second area in Bowser in the game, and it's also the fourth area in the game. So it's not too bad for it to be pretty good. But the enemies are kind of annoying because, they are bloopers, and there's another one that's a Goomba shaped. It's not the pink Goomba that you always see. But yeah, some of the enemies are rehashed because it's only the second area. And I like the gimmick with the bloopers that if you have water on, or if you don't, they turn into the stone blooper that you see in the boss that you just did. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's just move on to the next one. Black Beach is a unique area with its different styled enemies, and enemies are styled to the area. And I mean, there's some places that you come back to with Mario and Luigi. This is one of them, but there's not really much you do with Mario and Luigi in this area besides going up a mountain and going and saying that you need to get Snack Basket from what? I don't even know where you get Snack Basket. but because I kind of forgot. So, but the riding mechanics of this, well, the water part where you can actually just like ride on a raft, that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's a lot of cool different things in this area. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. This place isn't bad by any means, but it's just that, like, the enemies, I feel like they're everywhere, and you can't catch a break. The enemies aren't hard, but they're really annoying, and they're, like, everywhere, so it's kind of just boring having to fight every single one of them. I know you don't have to fight every single one of them, but that's just what I do. So, it's kind of my fault that I put this down now, even though it's not really a good area. It doesn't really have anything in the story besides, like, trying to get Peach, and the boss is not good. I know what the boss is. It's the, I'll put it on screen because I know what the boss is. So I'll move on to the next one. This place is just too short, and for it being like one of the last areas in the game, because there's like 3 areas after this, and it's just not, it feels too short, and it doesn't feel like it's the end. And I know it's like halfway through the game, or 3/4 of the way through the game, but still, for it being that through the game, and you're getting this area before you have to go back to other areas just to see like what's happening there or something, it's honestly pretty mid for just being like that late into the game. And this is when you're trying to find the star cures, so that's why I'm saying it's late into the game, because you find the star cures in like 20 minutes, or 15 minutes at least. Like, it's not even that far. It's not even that long. So, I'll just move on to the next one. I don't like this area, and the main reason is just because of the light shining gimmick. And the light shining gimmick is just not fun, and I just don't like the light shining gimmick. The enemies feel like they have like crazy amounts of HP. They like revive each other, and I don't even think you get extra XP for it. And like there's these enemies that power up other enemies. They're pretty dumb, and they also have like a whole lot of health. You can't kill them unless if you're like to the end of the game. It's really dumb. I don't like it, so let's just move on to the next one. I know the name of this place, I just can't get it off the top of my head, but this place is really cool, and you come back as Mario and Luigi, and there's these like sock enemies. Those guys are pretty weird. There's like that weird area around there trying to get the snack basket. I did remember that. I don't know how. But yeah, this place is really good, and that's why it's all the way up here. It has great music. I mean, there's other places, like I said in the beginning, that had great music. This is one of them, one of the greats. It's actually a really good area. There's a lot of things to do here, and not really many reasons to come back. You do come back here, of course, like I said, and it is just a great area though, and that's why it's all the way up here at, I think, number 4. Toad Town's a great area, and I am classifying the underground portion, like where Bowser does all that digging and other things, as Toad Town, because that's like right under Toad Town, and you go into Toad Town from that area, so that's why I'm counting it as Toad Town. And even without that area, it still is a really great area. I mean, it has so many like missions to do, and you know, there's like, it kind of feels like the main castle of this place. There's no like real main place where you can go and there's just no enemies there and you can chill out there. But there is enemies here, but just not as abundant as you may think. And you know, this place has good, like, different side areas. There's this hide and seek minigame. That's pretty weird. And, yeah, anyways, there's not really much else to say about Toad Town besides it's a great area. So, anyways, move on to the next area. Bowser's Castle is just such a great area, and you can't miss it that it's number 3 on the list here. There's so much things to do after you go through it once. You come back as Bowser again in like the underground area, and then you come back for a 3rd time to fight the Shrooms, even though that's like a side mission. And basically, then you get like a whole different attack magic window. It's just such a great area, and there's so much different things to do here. So yeah, anyways, this is just a great area. Let's move on to the next one. Airway is the last main Mario and Luigi area, and it is like that. It feels like it. It has a bunch of puzzles. The enemies aren't really that hard, and you can get a lot of XP from this for the final battle and the Dark Star. And even though you need to go to Blizzard Mid-Bis to go into this area, just to level up for Mario and Luigi, because the main world enemies don't actually really give Mario and Luigi much XP. And this is right after, or well, this is, I guess, after Peach's Castle, but you're still in Peach's Castle after this, so I don't really know where to put this, but this is a really good one, and I think it deserves to be number 2. And of course, number 1 on the list is Peach's Castle. There's so many enemies and different bosses that you fight in here. Even though leveling is kind of an issue for Mario and Luigi, I think leveling is just an issue for the entire game, so I don't really think that it can boil down just to this area. So, this area is really great. This is also including inside Peach's Castle, Dark Star, Dark Fawful, well, not Dark Star, Dark Fawful, Blizzard Mid-Bis, Tanker, whatever his name is, and then, of course, Dark Bowser. So there's a whole lot of bosses in here that just make this area great. And of course, in the final, so makes this area just great. So let's just move on. So yeah, that's my ranking. Do you disagree? And if you do, it's my opinion. But you can comment down below what your favorite area is, because my favorite area is, of course, Black Beach. Black Beach is my favorite, but it's not good in my rankings because I don't really want to count biases. Anyways, we made it to the end of the video. Want to subscribe? Subscribing's free. You can always unsubscribe later. Anyways, it's been Bowser's Meme. Signing off. Bye.